Welcome to a little segment I like to call Bumps and Bends. Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of Bumps and Bends. Today we're at Road Atlanta Short, and this is a very quick practice session that I did earlier. But I've done quite a few practice sessions and also a race this week, and 50.591 is my personal best. The fast guys are getting 50 flat and 49.9 in a slipstream. So there's still more to be had, but this track is very much about momentum. And as soon as you lose a tiny bit of momentum, you lose a lot of time. So it's just about getting a couple of corners right. The rest of the track is flat out. Let's have a look at a full lap. Maintaining momentum there. If you go wide, you can go fifth. This is the hard corner. Maintain as much momentum as possible through here, and you're flat. Try and minimise the distance. Use that curve to turn the car. Looking for the second line to brake. I'm going down to third. Use as much of the ripple strip as possible. And that is a lap. So let's have a look at that in detail, because it's a very short track. But there's just a few things to have a look at. So we'll just do it in slow motion. I'm aiming for trying to get a little bit of tire. You've got all that extra asphalt on the left, and the more you can use without throwing the car around, the easier turn one is. So you cut it in and try and use this ripple strip, which has a little bump in it, to actually help turn the car. It unsettles the car, but not too much. It actually helps you scoop up the corner. If you find you're going wide and heading towards a ripple strip, chuck it in fifth, and it'll pull you right across to the right. This is the hardest corner. Personally, not a fan, but this is how I do it. Look for the left ripple strip, and this corner here is blind. A little trick that I was shown by a Mick car was this tree here is where the apex is. So having a look across, and that first part of the chicane is the hardest. So because it's blind, you're kind of half guessing. If you can get the nose on the yellow line, you will get a bit of a bump, but if you use too much curb, it will unsettle the car way too much and send you towards those cones. And you either have to back off or you go off track. And from this point on, you're full throttle. So we're going full throttle here, just trying to minimize the radius of each corner. You can touch those curbs, it won't affect your performance too much. But this one here, I'm aiming right for that bit. What I'm finding, if you use the yellow line here, it sends you out wide. But if you go over this bump, it actually settles onto the black part of the tarmac there. So you can see that faint rubber strip. And it pulls you right in. All that dirt there is just decoration. It's not loose. And then you just got to try and pull the car in wide. Now you can take this stretching out fifth gear, or if you get really good momentum over that previous corner, over this one, I've actually started going into 6 just before this, and you'll find as you bump over, you'll get a couple of extra revs. If you can keep the momentum going, go right through. But if you end up wide, chuck it in 5th and stretch it right out, and you'll find I'm just trying to get as close to that section there as possible. If you're in 5th, now is the right time to go to 6th. Just check the LED display. And then you're coming down the hill. It's a really long time at full throttle. So 1 or 2 kilometers an hour advantage makes all the difference time-wise. I'm aiming for the second line. You see there's 3, I think there's 3 or 4 lines there. The second one is my braking point in this car with this fixed setup. But I'm finding, looking at the telemetry, I'm braking just a little bit before it. I'm going down to 3rd, but I'm trying to throw the car towards the first apex of this chicane and really want to straight line it as much as possible and get right in and finish that corner as early as possible so that you can cut left. Now there's bumps on this ripple strip here which will really unsettle the car, but you really have to start pointing towards the bridge because right now the car's pointing towards the sand pit. Just find throttle out, use the throttle to turn the rear of the car. And another little trick, because this corner is blind in the cockpit view, this is my little arrow, the aerial here. See that shed there? As I'm coming over the hill, I'm trying to get the aerial near the left window of that building, this building here. I just want to be there, and you'll find that you end up as close to here as possible. It's really easy to hit the limiter here. So don't worry about short shifting because it's downhill, and you don't have to go out wide. You don't have to come out here. Car's not fast enough to make advantage, and you find your delta will come down by staying tight. You can just touch that ripple strip there. Might give you an extra 100th. That will get you over the line. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That's bumps and bends. I'm still playing with camera angles. Let me know what you think. I think last week's I felt a little bit seasick flowing around, so trying to keep it nice and straight. I hope it helps, and hopefully through the week we get some good racing in and really bring our times down because it's a super fun track with this car. Well, have a great day. Thumbs up if you liked it, down if you didn't. Make sure you subscribe. Come check me out on Twitch, and I'll see you next time. Bye.